It's the Cable Gathering Show.
One ancestral recall, just for little old me. Just for little old me. Dragon Shield custom isn't too bad, but not great. Yeah, the last time I looked at it, it was like prohibitive in terms of like making sleeves to sell for the stream or whatever as merch. Like people don't want to really pay 20-30 bucks for sleeves. Oh shit, what up? It sounds like I want people to actually play the cards. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, a very common wedding gift, and it is, and I don't think it's a bad one, is a set of like very cheap, affordable playing cards that are like not really high quality card stack. They're not going to last very long, but they have a bunch of pictures of the bride and groom, like glamour shots, you know, and then people give them out, and it's like a little memento keepsake from the wedding. And I've used those cards before. And the person, they weren't mine, you know, they were friends. We were like out of decks, and he was like, all right, well, we got this one. And I pulled it out of a drawer. And yeah, we were thinking about mementos for ours, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool if, like, one, it wasn't just like a picture of your friends, it was like a piece of fantasy art. So that like kind of looks like a normal deck of cards. And then we have an excuse to commission an artist to draw an awesome piece of us over the lake where we're going to get married at. You know, that's all awesome. And then we can put it on like actual nice quality card stock. And people like useful things, right? All right, Comrade Crab Cake has a song request here for us. I appreciate the $4.20, Crab Cake. It's an album of synthwave track reminiscent of 80s pornos that never were. Hell yeah. So with this spot, with Ancestor Recall and the One Ring, there's some pretty interesting choices. You could just take Library and stay open. I'm a big fan of Reanimator with Ancestral, overfilling the hand and what. Library's really good at that too. I could just draw all the cards. I mean, I guess Grizzlebrand does that. Barrowwaif. Barrowwaif is also clever. Yeah, Troll's good in Reanimation. I think I'm supposed to play this and try and see what the fuss is about. With toughness greater than its power. How often are you just like playing this and drawing a single card? It's a Nadu trigger. Yeah, it seems good with Nadu. 27 creatures in the cube trigger it. Is that a lot? Ooh, Animate Dead, perfect. Beauty of a start here. The Bez says they have a code from Magicon for a free pack of Dragon Shield custom sleeves, but I'd like to make a pack for my wedding cards with that art. Yeah, that'd be sweet, the Bez. I'd use that. You can ping me on Discord, or my Blue Sky DMs are open. Are the best ways. I'm going to grab this here, Collective Brutality. Rafine's Tower would give Troll a dual landogram. Collective seems an even better dual. There we go. 27 doesn't seem like a lot in a 560 card cube. Yeah. It depends. Like, if all of those are cheaper or around the same range, in the same colors, then that's like a solid number. Seems unlikely to be the case, but just working well with Nadu is probably worth it on its own, huh? What cube changes am I most excited about? I don't really have an answer. Hell yeah. Love seeing that Barrowwaif wheel. If we take in the O3, we have 2 creatures to play with it already. Yeah, I wonder if I overvalue Barrowwaif. It just seems consistently good to me, but then it also wheels more than I think it should. It's a late chariot. What are your favorite songs? Yeah, I obviously dig it. Is overvaluing Baragoi possible? I mean, I could have taken it over Grizzlebrand. You notice somebody's got 3 trophies in the preview league. Probably just a bug, huh? I wouldn't think too much. Wouldn't think too hard about it. We did see Reanimate in back 1. You know, this bank took an Ancestral Recall over it. Hello, Grief. Yeah, I kind of hope Cloud's not in here too long. For me, the big exciting part about Stoneforge Mystic is cheating the 7-drop into play. And then any other equipment you get with it is backup. And Cloud is only getting the backup stuff. Yeah, I'm looking at Mox Diamond, Shallow Grave, and Alagatha's Soul Cauldron. Shallow Grave and Soul Cauldron are both like B tier reanimation effects, but you still want a critical mass of reanimation effects. Soul Cauldron playing well with Grizzlebrand and not much else. I'll just take the Shallow Grave, I guess. Little Edict action, maybe. Spellseeker. Yeah, Spellseeker would have been good. Hey, thanks, the Bez. That'll be sweet as shit. I don't know if Sin's good. I do know Recurring Nightmare is good. I'm gonna grab Sin anyway. That's what we're doing, right? Playing with the new cards. A little Ponder action here. Some real quality red cards in this pack. Salutary is nice with power. I think I actually want this Jace, though. Also nice with power, and then it's also good for bidding your chonkers, huh, to reanimate. A little bit of graveyard control. Interesting. Because Frantic Search and Liliana can both help us bin. Frantic Search gets hosed by cards like Orcs and what? Hull Breacher. Liliana's got some nice utility. You can Frantic Search and reanimate in the same turn, though, which is really nice. And that's about where I want to pick up a Spellseeker. Yeah, if you don't have Recall or Time Walk, I don't think you should be valuing Spellseeker too highly. Which means that if you have the Recall or the Time Walk, there's a solid chance it comes back. Blue hasn't been particularly open, is the reason to grab it really early. We haven't been seeing a lot of blue cards wheel or what have you. It's still just Grizzlebrand. Actually, Soul Cauldron could give the Jace loot to somebody. Really not high on Thought Scour. I have a Legacy GP top 8 with it. I was not expecting Recurring Nightmare to wheel. That's pretty good. That means the Scrapwork Mutt looks so much better, huh? Looking at that Metamorphosis, Twister could end up working out. Like if you get Orcs or Hull Breacher or Psychic Frog. We don't have any of those cards. We're in pack 3. I guess I'd rather grab the card that plays well with what I already have. Plays well with Recurring Nightmare Chains too. Gonna throw an extra 4/4 in the middle there. It can matter. I don't need the Snapcaster. Tar Pit's more fixing. I kind of dig the Chrome Monks. We do already have the Pitch Cast with the Grief. If you're drawing with Grizzlebrand, you just like really want the mana and all the mana you can use. And you're bidding your extra cards anyway. Alright. Chrome Monks is fixing too. Let's be real. We just like have an ass load of extra cards, right? We got the Recall, we got the One Ring. Two cards is an ass load. One small ass. Well, you need to put them in top loaders to protect the cards. Ooh, we got some good ones here. Occult Epiphany plays really well with Recurring Nightmare, giving you some bodies and binning. I think I want the Life Death. I'm going to think here for a sec, though. Voidwalker's always great. We'll grab the Strix. Exhum's kind of just okay. We almost have too many reanimation effects, and Strix is a good one with Recurring Nightmare. I'm just a good card. All right. This is a Mystical Tutor for sure. Can find us a way to reanimate, a way to bin, an Ancestral Recall. Not as good as a Vamp Tutor would be, but pretty good. A little bit of fixing. Can Spellseeker find Life Death? I don't know. I'd like to sneak the Vivian here, but I can't really. Be fun to try out. I'm just going to throw a Cut Down in the sideboard. Yeah, I would have hated like one more thing to reanimate. I guess we have Troll. No other reanimation drafter. I mean, only say Grizzlebrand. Yeah, there's a bunch of ways of cheating things in, though. Natural Order might want Atraxa. The Sneak and Show player might want all of our stuff. Someone might have opened Flash. We saw the Woodfall Primus. Saw that one kind of late-ish in pack 1. Oh, I think I got the Shallow Grave. Thinking about playing 16 lands with the Recall and the Ponder. The Mystical to hit Recall. We should hit mana sources. Counting Chrome Mox and Troll as lands, of course. Yeah, we might have a rough time against a wall of counters. Like, we don't have our own counters, and we don't have a bunch of discard. I guess we have this Grief, huh? It's not nothing. We have a lot of really good cards. That's helpful. Pardon the yawns. Kind of hitting a bit of a wall. That's good, though. It means I'm going to sleep well tonight. Weighting a little bit more towards blue than you would expect based on pure casting costs. Like, we have this Voidwalker that we want to play on turn 2, so you would think that 10 black sources would be the minimum. But we can already have that with the Troll. And the Chrome Mox is more likely to imprint black, and the Recall and the Ponder find us black sources if we need more black sources. So we've got some strong reasons to play like one more blue source than we actually need. I think it would be pretty solid if we were playing a mono black deck. I'm gonna send it back. How do you get the token for this league? You go into the store, and then you type the promo code, which is 2025 June in all caps. Well, that sucked. It's not the most impressive reanimation, but it's 10 power, you know? It's better than nothing. Better than poking eye with stick. Hell yeah, Power Dragon. Got some nice crackers and honey goat cheese at the store today. You should feel fancy. That sounds dope as shit. Sometimes we get the goat cheese from Costco and get these huge fucking. Always just taste awesome. Sure. You got some discounted hot dogs at the grocery store today? Hey, those are good too. Hell yeah, Overvoltage. You need to make sure to make more time for cheese at CubeCon this year. Ooh, just sneak into the cheese stands alone event. I still haven't eaten all the cheese from that. I froze some of it. Yeah, if they trade, we just like get it back with Recurring Nightmares. So I can understand why they wouldn't be excited to do that. I don't think they're winning this race. I take 10 and go to 20. Snap Recall feels good. Snap Recall feels really good. Opponent's just in such a bad spot. Like, I'm having a rough time imagining an out. You want to 15 me down to 17? Killedy wins the match. Looks like a mold to me. Thought about binning the Recurring Nightmare. You ever know what kind of disruption the opponent's going to have, though? So, Mystical Tutor is card disadvantage. So, if you're using it to find Ancestral Recall, it's kind of like a build your own divination. Recall is like draw 3, but then -1 from the Mystical. 2-mana draw 2. Yeah, and getting it to split up over 2 turns. One thing that makes it better than just a 2-mana draw 2 is that like now you have the recall in your graveyard, right? So the Jace Vryn's Prodigy threatens to flash it back. The Snapcaster that's on top of our deck is threatening to flash it back. Not if I do that, though, Well, I guess I'll just kill this. And we just blew through a lot of cards, but next turn we get to refill a bit, and we've got a 5/5 that takes 3 creatures to block. It's not nothing. Yeah, fair enough. Running out the land to play around Spell Pierce. It's a little awkward because we do have... Comes to play tapped lands in the deck, some of them, which give us value. So if we drew a Surveil land there off the recall, we wouldn't be able to play it. Felt like an Oko deck. I wonder if they were considering turning the Troll into a 3/3 last turn. For whatever reason, that was on my mind. Do I get to untap with this Jace? I guess, like, on board, the Jace answers the Oko. Because we have the Bone Shards in the graveyard. They might have just not been thinking about it. Oh, they're fetching. They got fetches. Now we got a Jace upticking. We got a Snapcaster serving. We got a One Ring drawing cards. We got a Metamorphosis that we can just hardcast to get back Troll, which is how we won our last match. Weird to call it match, you know, this is best of one. Won our last game. Let's see what's going on over there. Athari, 6 Megaspawn, Talon Gates. Okay. How can you join a league too? It's in the stream title. Oh, yeah, Overvoltage got it. Yeah, if you go up to here on store, and you type in the promo code, which is 2025 June in all caps. So we can actually overblock this Rebel token to gain more life. Pretty easy to miss, I think, the overblock. There was a standard format where people were playing that March card where you made X11 lifelinkers. It was a semi popular thing to do. Your opponent attacks you with 31 ones. You make 31 ones. And then rather than trade off all your tokens, you shove them all in front of like one. Gain a bunch of life, untap, overrun, kill them. Yeah, Wilderness Wreck was fucked up. I don't know if I've ever been more wrong about a card. I was like, so you spend 4 mana and don't impact the board, and you don't generate any mana that turn. It takes you until the next turn, and you can only use it on instant speed things. But yeah, that card was fucked up. It being in the same format as the extra turn card. So I could Bone Shards the Descendant, but we have another discard outlet for the Grizzlebrand. My opponent's showing black mana. I don't want to just like throw the Grizzlebrand in the graveyard and then get blown out by them pointing an Animate Dead at it, right? I want to bin it and then reanimate it at the same turn, I think. So we're gonna pass. We can like Shieldred's Edict if we really want to. It's pretty good. Yeah, Nexus was only a buy a box promo, and they all warped horrifically, and it was just a staple in standard. What a fucking nightmare, huh? Judges having to handwrite proxies everywhere so people could play their tournament legal decks. Where do you redeem the code? In the store. So up here along the top, you'll see there's the store. Here's the code. Click redeem. Happens every season. Good luck. And then it's only up today, so tomorrow the nice little chain of things getting back other things. Some very aggressive brutalitying here. Oh. Palace Jailer is a little troubling. Yeah, so this thing's a legend. They left up Caracas to bounce it. I'm just going to sack it. And I don't think Palace Jailer ends super well for them. They have to hit the Menacer, which is the Harvester, and then we Snapcast back Recall. Smack him with 2 critters. The Snapcaster will die when the Harvester comes back, but then we'll have the Monarch. Wonder if decking's a concern. Yeah, I like this line better on their part. Digging for actual removal. More cards, please. Oh, maybe I should have taken this thing. I think that Caracas is just going to bounce the Jace, of course. But that'll keep it tapped. And that's not nothing. We're tapping Ancient Tomb. Cool. I've seen better Mystical Tutors. I just killed my own Voidwalker, didn't I? Because my thing's going to come back and kill everything. Just not a thought in the world in that pretty little brain of mine. Oh, it was a token. It's not coming back. All right, well. Fair enough. That also makes it a much better Palace Jailer hit. I mean, hitting the Metamorph would have been atrocious, but... Now we just have Metamorphosis in the graveyard for Recurring Nightmare if I draw that card. And 2 very hard to deal with threats in play. There's a bit of a concern about decking. We're down to 10 cards here. Yay. Hey, nice little 3-0 there. Yeah, tomorrow is first day of Cube season, and it would be very un-Caleb-like to not jam it, huh? We'll be jamming that for a few days.